1:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Romesh Piris and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The President engages in religious observances held at the historic Jayashree Mahabodhi premises in Anuradhapura. The Colombo Commercial High Court further extends the interim order preventing the payment to the Chinese fertilizer company. The national vaccination drive continues to operate across the country today. COVID booster immunizations for over 60. The director of the Lady Ridgeway Children's Hospital says the number of children receiving treatment for dengue fever is growing. The Motor Traffic Department says the written examination for driving licenses to be conducted by the Examinations Department soon. Sri Lanka calls for collective action to safeguard Indian Ocean from pollution-related disasters. The Minister of Environment commends the government's decision to extend the distribution of nutrition packs to expectant mothers. The state to felicitate Johari de Silva for her achievement. International news, the India's Prime Minister repeals controversial farm laws. Sports, football, the four-nation inaugural quadrangular invitation soccer tournament final to take place at the racecourse grounds today. Local news in detail now. The Colombo Commercial High Court today extended the interim order issued against a Chinese company that shipped fertilizer containing harmful bacteria to Sri Lanka, its local agent and the People's Bank. Accordingly, the relevant court order which prevents the payment to the Chinese firm on letter of credit was extended until the 30th of November. During a previous proceeding, Additional Solicitor General Susantha Balapatmandi, who appeared on behalf of the CFC, told the court that China-based Shindao Sevin Biotech Group Company Limited had shipped a fertilizer consignment, which is a partial shipment worth more than R1 billion that was procured through a tender process initiated by the Agriculture Ministry. The epidemiology unit of the Ministry of Health says 23,013 individuals were administered vaccine doses against the coronavirus yesterday. Accordingly, the Health Ministry noted that 13,856,465 individuals have been fully vaccinated in Sri Lanka. Meanwhile, COVID booster shots will be administered for people over the age of 60 at the Vihara Mahadevi Park in Colombo. The Colombo Municipal Council said that the park will be used as a walk-in vaccination centre. The Colombo Municipal Council's registration epidemiologist Dr. Dinu Guruge tweeted that a person over the age of 60 is eligible since the second vaccination. Booster shots are also being administered to people over 60 years of age in the western and southern provinces and in the Anuradhapura and Ampara districts. Moreover, the Pfizer vaccine will be administered as a booster shot. The director of the Lady Ridgeway Children's Hospital, Dr. G. Vijaysurya, says that there is an increase in the number of children receiving treatment at the hospital for dengue fever. He said that 24 children who were infected with dengue are currently being treated at the Lady Ridgeway Children's Hospital. The director of the hospital requests that dengue patients be referred for medical treatment as soon as they show any symptoms, as the prevailing rainy weather conditions may further increase the number of dengue patients. Meanwhile, the epidemiology unit stated that 16,174 dengue patients have been reported from January this year to date. 47.4% of these patients have been reported from the Western Province. The Motor Traffic Department says the written examination for obtaining driving licenses is to be conducted by the Examinations Department soon. DMT Commissioner General Sumit Alhakon said that it was planned to conduct a general written test once a year at examination centres island-wide during the other examination conducted by the DMT. He said the decision was taken to ease the burden of those who wish to obtain their driving licenses. Accordingly, he added that applicants will get an opportunity to participate in the written tests for obtaining driver's licenses in their own area. The Commissioner General said anyone over the age of 17 can sit for the examination, but the opportunity to obtain driving licenses is feasible only after once the applicant reaches 18 years of age. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Moving on with more local stories. Accepting the charge of the Vice chairperson of the Indian Ocean Rim Association or IORA at the 21st Council of Ministers meeting held in Dhaka, Sri Lanka's Foreign Minister Professor G.L. Pieris called for collective action to safeguard the maritime shipping lanes and ocean space from pollution-related disasters. Emphasizing the importance of regional global cooperation in maritime safety and security, Minister Pieris stated that Sri Lanka will take the lead in proposing collective action that could avert or mitigate such disasters that have long-term repercussions not only on the environment but also on the livelihoods, a critical concern for all member states. Steps have been taken to recognize the Sri Lankan YouTube sensation singer Yohani De Silva with a state award. Yohani drew international recognition with the song Manike Mage Hite. The song became a major global hit and crossed over 122 million views on YouTube. The state award ceremony is due to be held at the Parliamentary Complex on Tuesday next week. The Parliamentary Women's Caucus had organised the event. It is slated that the occasion will be graced by the Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, the Speaker of the House Mahindayapa Abewardena and State Minister Sudarshini Fernandapule and a whole host of ministers. The Tourism Minister says following the opening of the country after the COVID epidemic and the relaxation of health guidelines, the number of daily passenger operations at the Bandaranaike International Airport has increased. It said about 12,000 passenger operations take place at the airport daily. There have been 746,085 passenger operations carried out at the BIA since January 2021, of which 409,496 are arrivals and 336,589 are departures. The ministry said the passenger capacity of the Katunayake Airport was 6 million annually. The former Commander General Mahesh Senanayake has been inducted into the United States Army Command and General Staff College International Hall of Fame. He was given this award in a ceremony held in the U.S. this week. General Senanayake will be the first Army Commander to receive this award from Sri Lanka. According to the United States Army Command and General Staff College, the Hall's purpose is to provide a prestigious and visible means of recognition for international graduates who, through military merit, obtained qualifying positions of importance in their respective countries' armed forces. And that ends local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddha Lepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddha Lepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddha Lepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Minister of Environment, Mahinda Amaravira, says the government's decision to extend the distribution of nutrition packs worth 10,000 rupees to expectant mothers from 10 months to 24 months has been commended. He noted that the government had spent 4 billion rupees in funding the program so far, and the recent budget has made provisions to increase the initiative by raising the funding to 5 billion rupees. Minister Amaravira made these comments whilst distributing nutrition packs to 3,000 expectant mothers in the Hambantota district. Furthermore, funding for the nutrition packs distributed during the ceremony was raised through personal donations by the friends and family of the minister.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddha Lepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddha Lepa.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
The police have arrested 3 suspects in the Colombo, Wattala and Dehiwala areas for preparing and selling counterfeit driving licenses. The police stated that they had obtained expired driving licenses from the Department of Motor Traffic and sell them for exorbitant amounts to potential applicants after erasing the original information. Hence, the police request driving license applicants to be vigilant in this regard and not to fall prey to the scam and bring to the attention of the relevant authorities immediately.
Please be aware on institutes, registration and accreditation when you are selecting vocational courses which leads to achieve your future career goals. Do not waste your valuable time and money. Confirm institutes, registration and accreditation by TVEC. For more information, visit nearest District Divisional Secretariat offices and meet career guidance practitioners or skill development officers. Message from Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Coming up, World News.
In the headlines, India's Prime Minister repeals controversial farm laws. Belarus moves migrants and refugees away from Polish border. Thousands remain stranded by massive floods in western Canada. World news in detail now. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced the repeal of 3 controversial farm laws after a year of protests. Thousands of farmers had camped at Delhi's borders since last November and dozens died from heat, cold and COVID. Farmers say the laws will allow the entry of private players in farming and that will hurt their income. Today's surprise announcement marks a major U-turn as the government had not taken any initiative to talk to the farmers in recent months. Belarus has moved migrants and refugees away from main camps at the Polish border in a change of tack that could help ease a crisis that has spiraled in recent weeks. Thousands of refugees and migrants have tried to reach the European Union via Belarus since summer. European countries have accused Belarus of deliberately creating the crisis by flying in people from the Middle East and pushing them to attempt to cross its borders into Poland and Lithuania. Minsk has rejected all allegations. About 18,000 people remain stranded by floodwaters in Canada's westernmost province after mudslides destroyed roads, houses, bridges and other key infrastructure in what they may be the country's costliest natural disaster. Receding floodwaters on Thursday were helping rescue efforts, but the downpour blocked off entire towns in the province of British Columbia and cut access to the largest Canadian port in Vancouver, disrupting already strained global supply chains. Back to the headlines of the world news. India's Prime Minister repeals controversial farm laws. Belarus moves migrants and refugees away from Polish border. Thousands remain stranded by massive floods in western Canada.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take all out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
The Director General South Asia, Mr. Sakamoto Chakima, says Japan International Cooperation Agency is ready to support the socio-economic development needs of Sri Lanka. Since 1965, the government has obtained Japanese official development assistance amounting to $8,829 million for 120 development projects, and Japanese assistance is provided through various schemes such as yen loan packages, project grant aid, non-project grant aid, feasibility studies and technical cooperation programs. Currently, 14 projects with approximately total value of $2,500 million are being implemented under the JICA loan assistance, mainly under the sectors of power, water supply and drainage, ports, transport, health, telecommunication and rural development.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Moving on with sports news.
Football news. The 2021 finals of the Four Nations inaugural quadrangular invitation soccer tournament for the prestigious Mahinda Rajapaksa Trophy will take place today at the Racecourse Grounds in Colombo. The game will be worked from 7 p.m. Sri Lanka will face Seychelles and the winners will receive the coveted trophy and the prize money worth $30,000. Furthermore, the international governing body of the Football Association of FIFA President Gianni Infantino is likely to make an appearance as the guest of honour. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka cricket has named a 22-man test squad for the two-match series against the West Indies. Dimuth Karunaratne has been named captain of the squad, while senior players Angelo Matthews, Dinesh Chandimal and Suranga Lakmal have also been added to the squad. In addition, Charit Aslanka, who excelled at the T20 World Cup, has been invited by the Sri Lanka test squad for the first time.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
This was news, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
SoftLogic Holdings plc has acquired the Colombo franchise of the Sri Lanka Premier League, which begins on the 5th of December 2021. SoftLogic Holdings plc is one of Sri Lanka's leading diversified conglomerates, which operates a multi-brand, multi-channel offering services via its subsidiaries in key consumer-focused business sectors of retail, healthcare, financial services, ICT, automobiles and leisure. SoftLogic Holdings, in a statement, said the LPL tournament is destined to become one of the most sought-after T20 franchises in the world, and the franchise wanted to play a part in the competition's growth and evolvement in the next few years. That was Business News.
This was news, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
In economic news, Purchasing Managers Index showed that Sri Lanka's manufacturing has recovered strongly in October 2021 to a 7-month high, with local orders in food and beverages, export in textile. The central bank said this increase was due to the upcoming festival season in December. Moreover, the central bank, which compiles the index, said, indicating a strong revival in manufacturing activities in the country. The manufacturing PMI reached a 7-month high at 60.4 in October 2021, with an increase of 6.1 index points compared to the previous month.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning. With video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
In the weather report, the Department of Meteorology forecasts the showery condition is expected to reduce from today. Several special showers will occur in the western, Sabaragamu, central and northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. Showers or thundershowers will occur at a few places in the Uva and eastern provinces and in the Polonnaruwa district during the evening or at night. Sea areas, the depression located to the northeast of Sri Lanka in the Bay of Bengal is moving northwestward and will reach South Andhra Pradesh and adjoining North Tamil Nadu coast today. Naval and fishing communities operating in the deep and shallow sea areas north and northeast of the island are advised to be attentive in this regard.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning. With video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
To end this news broadcast, back to the headlines. The President engages in religious observances held at the historic Jayasri Mahabodhi premises in Anuradhapura. The Colombo Commercial High Court further extends the interim order preventing the payment to the Chinese fertilizer company. The national vaccination drive continues to operate across the country today. COVID booster immunizations for over 60. The director of the Lady Ridgeway Children's Hospital says the number of children receiving treatment for dengue fever is growing. The Motor Traffic Department says the written examination for driving licenses to be conducted by the Examinations Department soon. Sri Lanka calls for collective action to safeguard Indian Ocean from pollution-related disasters. The Minister of Environment commends the government's decision to extend the distribution of nutrition packs to expectant mothers. The state to felicitate Yohani De Silva for her achievement. International news, India's Prime Minister repeals controversial farm laws. Sports, football, the four-nation inaugural quadrangular invitation soccer tournament final to take place at the racecourse grounds today. And with that, we end this news broadcast, and it's back to Sonal to keep you company.